had some massive changes to the Prydwen tier list today, guys, because we have some, first of all, massive movements not going up per se, but a lot of characters going down the tier list. We'll talk about why that is in a second. Number 2 with this, the break meta might be dead. It might be cooked. Will the new mommy coming out, Miss, I can't think of her name right now, will she save the meta? So, with that being said, let's talk about the absolute fuckery that Prydwen has done, which I agree with. I agree with almost everything they've done change-wise, and I think they need to change more. They need to do more to make me happy with this, honestly. So, without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and hop into it here first. Okay, so off bat, what I want to say, guys, is starting off over here with the sustain category, they didn't make any changes to this, like none at all, but I want to make some changes to it because of how I feel like characters have performed in this current MOC. There is a pretty big margin of difference between how these two characters right here perform, being both the new Daniel and Ika Lady here. I can't think of her name right now either. My brain's running on fumes right now, but both of these characters perform, honestly, to me, a lot higher than any of these characters perform. So what I would be doing, me personally, I would dare say, move Fushun down, move you down. And then the part you guys are not going to like me doing, yeah, moving all these down. Honestly, there is no shot that these two characters right here at tier 0, both Danny and Ika here, because in my experience with this current MOC, both of these characters performed to a level that was so much better than any of these characters did. It was unreal. Using Gallagher, you still get clapped in like 3 hits. If someone decides to target one person 3 times, you're cooked. You're done for. With both of these characters, that really doesn't happen because of how often they can actually heal you back up. I think that if we were to put this into a big graph here, I would probably say Linksha is probably the best out of all of these. Maybe you leave Linksha up in tier 0.5 and move the rest down. Dude, Aventurine shields now get absolutely obliterated, even with the new set, even with running a full defensive build. Absolutely fucking cooked. Okay, so I'm moving all these characters down because there has been such a DPS check as well as an HP check that these characters just seem like they perform on a whole different level compared to our other sustain in the game. That's all the comment I have to make on this category here. Now, let's move on to our next category here, which we had some slight movements to. Obviously, dude, I've been saying it. Move all of these characters down. Astra. I don't even use it. I forgot, dude. I have forgotten all of their names, okay? Gunaifin and Missy Moo right here, Hanya, right? Move all of them down. They make no sense of being where they're currently on the tier list. Yeah, move them. They're useless, basically. A number here, guys. Dude, yeah. Remember, I mean, Harmony MC here, move them down too. What, like, benefit do they really provide? I really don't know what benefit they provide right now. The break meta is absolutely cooked, fucked, and sucked. And realistically, if you're using a break team, you are using Fugue over this character anyways. And then also, you're going to be using Ruan Mei on that team as well. So, wherever Ruan Mei's at, yeah, Ruan Mei, I think she's what? Right here in tier 0.5. You're using that here as well. Now, I will say, the Dahlia, I think that she does shake this up a bit and actually does change some of these rankings. I don't think she changes this ranking, but I agree with that. I can agree with that for right now. Now, on to where I have gripes with. Every single time I mention this, and I get fucking shit in the comment section for it, you are not going to sit here and fucking tell me that this bitch right here, Saridra, is on the same fucking level as these characters here, especially when she has this dumb-ass partner tag. I don't like how Prydwen does their partner tags. If you want to put a partner tag on a character, move them down to like a general position and then put partner and then up. Because this character genuinely, really, only works with like one team, and that is like the Fanusi team, right? Like, we can take a look right here at what some of these clear times are even looking like with her. Let's go to MOC, everything like these things right here, right? So, she's being used on this team here at a 91% usage rate, and then 11% here. Look at the cycle difference. It's a 1 cycle difference here from Mr. Fanusi to Mr. Anaxa here, and what other DPS are you using it with? Absolutely none. So yeah, this is absolutely cooked. There is absolutely no shot that she should be up as high as she is. I understand that Prydwen does take into consideration what the best in slot teams is, but she doesn't have best in slot teams with an S at the end. If you can do a little bit of, common spelling, she has a best team that she works on, and for that matter, she does not deserve to be up here, and nor do I think Branya does either. We'll get over to the DPS in a section, because I do think other DPS need to drop off this tier a little bit, but what I will say is I think you move both Branya down, and you move Saridra down. There is absolutely no world where Saridra is performing on the same level as Sereni right now. I think Sereni's absolutely cracked right now. I think that Sunday's absolutely cracked right now, really good. Tribby, absolutely amazing. And you have Remembrance MC, which is absolutely cracked as well. And honestly, there's one big difference between all these characters as well. They can all work in teams, and she can work on a team. You see what I did there? See, teams and team. She can work on one team, they work on multiple teams, and they work great across those teams. There is a huge performance drop-off with her if you don't have her on that team. So for that matter, I'm moving her in. I'm not saying that she won't be better in the future when we get more skill-damaging characters that they kind of work like Finucci does, but as of right now, no, fuck that, move her down. Same thing with Bronya as well. She's a SP soul-sucking core. Honestly, God, all they need to give to Bronya, fix her E1. Fix her fucking E1. I know this isn't great off of E1. And it's crazy because I think they are in this tier list rating here. I think they're grading her at her E1. Because ain't no fucking way E0S1, you're using Bronya up here in tier 0.5. People already cope and say that E1's like the best thing in the world and like, oh, just get lucky, I guess. She doesn't even have that at E1. You're fucking cooked. Her SP is duped out the fucking door, bro. Good fucking luck is all I'm going to say with that one. So yeah, I think that both of them perform on the same level. Like, obviously, Bronya can work in a lot more teams than Saridra can. But with that being said, she consumes so much more SP than Saridra does as well. And the buffs don't last as long because the buffs are done like that. So give her an update to maybe make buffs last longer. And then also give her an update to maybe, you know what, perfect idea here, Honkai. You know what you do? In her base kit, maybe instead of giving her the advanced action forward off the basic attack, keep that in there. Fine. Add this into it. A 50% chance to get a skill point back every other skill. You know what E1 does? It gives you or refunds a skill point every other turn 100%. That would do so much for her kit and would make her so much better. Anyways, guys, that's it for this. I mean, everyone else here I can pretty much agree with. They removed Robin down. I can agree with that. I've always said that I think Sparkle is better than Bronya, just because of the SP efficiency. I get that the action advance is not there, and I do agree that that's kind of fucking fucked and sucked. But I will say it actually does mesh up pretty well when you're using someone like Sparkle with someone like Sunday here. It actually does kind of make sense with the team and works a lot better. So like for Finucci teams, it kind of works, but we'll get into Finucci and those problems in a second here. As for the rest of the characters here, yeah, I mean, everyone else here is pretty fine. I don't really have any gripes with anyone else here. I think all these characters are pretty much leveled out where they need to be. Now on to our support DPS category. One more thing, guys, with this. Yeah, don't move her up here. Move her up here. Yeah, I really don't think that she's a support DPS. Anyways, hopping in this list here, not gonna lie. Have you guys tried to use your DOT team at, okay, I have not used S1 on any of these characters because my S1s are cooked here. They did 5 cycles. It took me 5 cycles to beat MOC 10 side 1 with my dot team. And with that in mind, I probably would say, with how good Everknight's performing right now, I would honestly, you might hate me for this, I think we move Black Swan down 1 tier. I think we move Kafka down 1 tier. I think this is how it should go. I think that Everknight is solely at the top. I think that Kafka on her best in slot dot team as a support DPS performs on the same levels as Naxa as a support DPS on a Herda team. That's all I'm going to say with that. Now, moving down the list here, I absolutely agree that you moved him down. I absolutely agree that you moved her down. You know what? Hey, great that we got her for free, right? That she moved down the tier list. She's so fucking good that she moved down the tier list. Hell yeah. Maybe you could have the argument to move Herda up, because Herda does work decently well against side 1 of MOC 12 right now, so you could maybe have the argument of that. But as of right now, I think you move those down. And you know what? For the shits of it, I think you move her down as well. If you're going to move Topaz down, I think you also move the other follow-up girly down too. And you probably end up moving Moze down to this level here. So yeah, that's where I would probably put it at. Now on to where the biggest changes take place. First of all, Break is fucking cooked. Look at this shit, guys. Tier fucking 2. You have Rappa Bistapa getting moved down. You have Firefly getting moved down. I agree with this. I said it before. I don't think that any of the Break characters should have been up as high as they were. Like, the Break class is floundering right now, and I think Constance maybe revives it. Maybe with a buff of Firefly. Hope to God we need a buff of Firefly. I think it would work really well with that. But as of right now, absolutely cooked. Constance will revive the meta, though, despite what the disbelievers would say. And I agree with this 100%. Thank you, Prydwen, for moving them down. Number 2 with this, I absolutely agree that all 3 of these characters got moved down because they are not on the same tier as Acheron and Fei Xiao. It is much easier to clear with Acheron and Fei. I take that back. No. If you have Acheron and Fei Xiao with vertical investment, and you have the 3 characters Blade, Jingle Yu, and Yun Li with vertical investment, it is much easier to clear with Acheron and Facial than it is for those three. So in terms of them being on a separate level, I can 100% agree with that. That is fine by me. No gripes at all here. Now, the part that you guys are not going to like, the takes that you are not going to like here, I think there needs to be more moving down. We got Archer moving down. I agree with that. Fine by me. Move his ass down here. Now, with that being said, with how this motherfucker performs, comparatively to everyone else, she feels like an absolute must-have for your account, and with the addition of Evernight, and with the addition of Sarini, she feels like an unstoppable fucking force of nature right now, and that's not even talking about her dude. This bitch right here, little bitch right here, Castress, a league of her fucking own, okay? I would dare say, honestly, brother, if you don't have fucking Saridra for this fuck right here, Finosi, and I'm a Kevin Stan till the day I die, his ass gets moved down here. Yep. Didn't perform that well with this either. Move her ass down here. You know what else? Hey, solo DPS Evernight? Yeah, you're right. Move her ass down here. And you know what else? Move Anax's ass down here as well. I am completely fine with saying all of these characters feel the same level to one another. Maybe you have the argument to move My Day down one tier. I'm not going to do that because the My Day stands will beat my ass up and fucking flame my ass. Not like I'm going to get flamed already, but I know the fucking Husbando stands are fucking crazy, insane, sicko mode. Anyways, I would be moving everyone this tier down. Everyone in this tier, except for Castress, our girly pop queen right here. Bing, 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 bing. She is the queen of this fucking game in terms of DPS. And she just does so much more than anyone else does. It is unfucking real. Unfathomably real. Considering that she can fucking absolutely destroy the final stage of Anomaly Arbitration with, like, not much vertical investment at all with her, and you need to have, like, so much more vertical investment with everyone else. Okay? And then the fact that you can just kind of take her to any side of MOC and just fucking clear that shit. Beyond fucking me. She is fucking broken. She is fucking cracked. She is amazing as shit. So for that reason, keep it a buck with you. Yeah, everyone else moves down. You guys are not going to agree with that. This is my tier list here, guys. Prydwen kind of cooked. They still glaze so many characters, though. I don't understand this original glaze. I don't understand the Bronny glaze. There is no shot that they are ranking some of these characters at E0, S0. I mean, or E0, S1. Because there's no shot you have Bronny this high ranked at that. Like, there's just no shot. Because, like, and in that case, where do you get your skill points back from? You're just wasting turns now using basic attacks because you don't have enough skill points. Like, you're going to say it's a skill issue? Hey, you guys are fucking cooked in the brain if you think that. Anyways, we have a full video talking about why the HSR community is ruining the game, but I did some testing analysis, and if you guys want to watch that video, if you guys are interested in that little shitlords, feel free to subscribe to the channel, because that video will be coming out very shortly. But we did a great test. Toxic positivity versus criticism. Let me know in the comment section, guys. What do you think gets more views? What do you think gets more engagement and more views? Let me know. Is it the positive video or the negative one? I would love to hear your thoughts. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it for me. Get farmed, and I'll see you in the next one, guys. Later, bye-bye. Rage baited.